Hello everybody, second go at narration. Here's the tools needed to do the front struts on Escort mk6 van. 3 sockets and 2 wrenches, a bar for wrenching it, screwdriver, hammer, WD-40, jack for jacking the vehicle up, wheel brace obviously to take the wheel off, and the bar I use on the wheel brace as well to break the nuts, a breaker bar, 2 axle stands, and a third little jack that I use just to jack the strut, the wheel carrier back up to put the strut on. Okay, simple job. First van, scrapper this is. I say it's a scrapper, it's a good van, I could have it on the road in about 3 weeks, but it is for scrap. Wheel off, jack her up. WD-40, the 3 nuts that got to come off on the bottom, and the 3 nuts that got to come off on the top. Allow 10 minutes, or you have a cup of tea, come back, undo the 3 nuts on the bottom. After, as I say, the WD-40 is done again. Can't have enough on there. When it's undone, I'll give it a tap at that point and it will come down. Right, the first 2 nuts are being undone. Now the third nut is the one that holds, it links on and holds the bottom of the strut to the wheel carrier. So once that's off, you give that wheel carrier a tap on the top. I give it about 3 taps and the wheel carrier fell down. As you will see, it's where WD-40 pays off. You can see how far down it's soaked into where the wheel carrier is. 3 taps and it came off. You can see it's nice and loose and it dropped down and there's plenty of room. Undo the 3 nuts on the top, inside the bonnet. Release the top strut nuts. All this takes seconds because none of it's hard to undo, it's all easy to get at. Probably the hardest part is trying to put the socket on with the brake pipe in the way. Then grab hold of the strut once they're undone and pull out. There you go, that one's off, that's a good strut ready to go back on my red van. Now we've got to do it all over again with the red van. First of all, get the roof rack carrier bar out of the way. And then you can see I've already got the van jacked up, axle stand underneath, and I'm taking the wheel off. There's not so much room here, but I can sit there, so it's not a problem. You can see the old spring there that's busted that I got to take off. I had to cut it off there because when I needed to move the van back in the drive, it was rubbing against the wheel. Now the WD-40, all the nuts and bolts again. I don't like spraying WD-40, it goes everywhere and you tend to waste it. A can of WD didn't used to last me 5 minutes, but now I've got a little trick I do, and the WD-40 seems to go on forever. I normally do this with 2 hands, and the stuff just squirts out and goes in the top of the can there, whereas you see, you can dip a brush in and go round. It's not easy to do when you're doing it with 1 hand and filming. But then you get the WD-40 on the spot where it's needed and not all over the place. WD is poisonous, so there we go again. The 3 nuts are undone. Pull the strut down and out. Now bear in mind that was a little bit harder to free out because I forced the wheel carrier down as that spring is expanded. Okay, there you go. That's the broken one. As you can see, it's broke. There's the other one ready to go back on the other van. Okay, the other strut is now in place. I'm leaving down on the track control, the track control rod. Oh God, I'm getting the names all wrong. I'm murder for terminology, but I had to leave it at that. I need to get the link rod to go in. Once the link rod was in, you did the 3 bolts back up, the 3 top bolts back up. Basically, job done. And again, after I finished this, I did torque these down after when I didn't have the camera in the hand. But there's the other strut now that needs to go back on the scrapper van so I can move the scrapper van backwards and forwards. And just put the other one back on the other van. It's all finished, shut it down, job done. Put all the gear away. Well, here's the other van again, back All done, job finished. Hour and 35 minutes later. Van's locked, because around here it needs to be, take it from me. The other van can be pushed back in away from the front door in a minute, that's where they live. And my van is round the back, all ready to go. There's Lyra, up now to make this video.